Is this the most dangerous meal in Vietnam?
This is quite the storm. We walked in here and this has been pretty wild, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Fire comes to the table. Remember to dodge any oil that comes your way. But the result is amazing.
This is a good spot, really is. Oh no! Oh my God. All right, salt, pepper, and lime and bread. I've never done that before, okay. Binh Thuong.
Today, we are back in D4, Ho Chi Minh City, cruising the busiest street of Vietnam, meeting some new people.
Cô Lệ bánh mì trứng đi đi. Mới lợm. Biết là cái trứng mới đi. Có dân lùng những cái đó vậy cái này.
This has been a fun day.
And of course, eating some new, incredible food.
Because this stuff is good.
Our journey starts now. Okay, Chow Boy Sang, good morning. My name is Chad Kubanoff. I'm a chef living in Vietnam, and this is Breakfast for a Buck. Today we're gonna look at a classic American dish, steak and eggs, but we're gonna see how they do it in Vietnam. And there's two different styles. One is a little bit more dangerous, and one is a little bit more safe. I think we're gonna start with the danger first. Let's go get bò nè. So right now we're in District 4 to go to a bò nè spot right over there that I think is really good. And this restaurant is called Thành. It's super busy. We try to come a little bit of an off hour so it's not super busy, but if you come at breakfast or lunch, just be prepared. There will be a lot of people when you come. So we're gonna have bò nè here. Bò means beef and nè means to dodge or run. So this beef tends to be a little bit messy and be a little bit dangerous, so you want to be careful as you're eating. You might have to move around a little bit. I've also heard nè translates to the shape of the pan, although I much prefer the translation of dodging and running. It makes it sound a little bit more fun with the fear factor going on. Just be prepared to get away from any flying oil. And this place also says that there are không có chi nhánh, which means there's no other locations. So if you're trying to go to this restaurant and you're not in District 4, you're not at the right place. This is the only one. The dish starts with a special marinated beef, 1, 2, or 3 eggs. You can get as many as you want. Every order comes with a simple side salad with vinegar dressing and some of these crispy banh mi. Finish with liver pate, and your bò nè is ready to enjoy. Now the dodging part. Be careful.
So this is bò nè. Luckily, through all that shooting a B-roll, it's cooled down a little bit, so I don't need to dodge anymore, so that's cool. This is the pretty standard setup for bò nè. When you get it, you're always gonna get your protein, whatever you order. You're always gonna get some kind of banh mi, and you're always gonna get some kind of salad. The salad usually has a little bit of like a light dressing, like a little bit of a vinaigrette. And it does. A little bit sour, a little bit bitter. It's good. It's better when you eat it together, but it's good. Some places will also serve French fries on the side. This place doesn't. It's a little bit of a bummer, but usually the French fries suck anyway, so it's okay. So even though this dish is called bò or beef, there's lots of different options for toppings. No matter what, it's always good though. I got it with bò, chung, pate, and I also ordered the fish, but he didn't give it to me. So either his memory's not good or my Vietnamese is still bad, but we'll get there. For sauces, usually it'll come with the soy sauce. It will come with salt, pepper, and lime, and you can squeeze that in there. In terms of seasoning, what I usually do, there will always be soy sauce and chili sauce on the table. You can do some chili sauce if you want it. So then I'll do a little bit of soy sauce on the beef, not much, and on the egg. The beef here is already marinated. I don't need to put too much soy sauce. And here they have a little bit of a satay too, this chili oil, so I'm gonna put some of that on too. And from here, just eat this like any normal eggs and toast you might have in America or England or wherever you're from. Sometimes my kid tends to make like a whole breakfast sandwich, but I tend to just dip as I go. A little bit of the pate, a little bit of egg. Boom. I haven't been to this spot in like 3 months, I'll say. It's good. The beef, if you want, you can dip that in the salt, pepper, and lime. Always good. We're lucky the sky looked like it was gonna have a big rain, so it's not so busy today. Normally this place is packed, and they close at 11. Sometimes they run out of food before 11, so if you're interested, get here 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10. If you show up late, there might not be any bread left. Every time I get this, there's no way I only eat one banh mi, so you can always get a second one, and we already pre-ordered my second one because I'm gonna need it. I love this so much. The beef here is marinated really well, so you don't need much seasoning. Sometimes the beef is a little bit on the tough side, but this one is tender. Anytime I find a tender beef spot, I'm coming back. I'm gonna give you a pro tip. It comes with raw onions. Typically when I first get the bò nè and it's super hot, I'll throw the onions in the pan and fry the onions, but we gotta shoot our B-roll, so we don't have time for that. we got to do what we've got to do to get the shot, you know? But when you come, put the onions in a pan and fry your onions. It's always good. See, there's a lot too. And when they fry up in there, that's a secret. I'll get some of my raw onion on here. Although I love that dish, I would hate to be a cook here because you got to clean that up after every shift. It's oily, terrible. Let's go try the other dish called bánh mì chảo, but that's in District 10, so we got a little bit of a drive for us. It's not too far. All right, so we pulled over for some Q&A. If you have a question, ask me a question, I'll answer it. Trey asks, he loved the new style of video, so good job, Mr. Tang. And he said, what are the best uses for MSG? MSG is monosodium glutamate, if you don't know already. Basically, it's just a type of salt. You use it pretty much anywhere you would use salt. So typically, anytime I'm making a sort of savory dish, I'll use salt and I'll use MSG. But I don't use it all the time. It'd be very, very rare I would put MSG with a salad, with fruits or anything sweet. So I typically will use MSG for things that are more deeper and darker in flavor. So basically all meat, some fish, depending on how I'm cooking it, and like some vegetable stir fries are good like that. Anytime you want something to feel or taste more heavy, MSG. Anytime you want something to be very light and fruity, avoid the MSG. So the next dish is a very special version of bánh mì chảo. Let's go try it. It's not too far from here. We just got to drive through that first. Come on. So we got a little bit lost. We had to find a new spot. So now we're in District 3, not District 10. And we finally found our vendor that we were looking for. It's a little hard to find. We're in like a super local apartment complex. So there's a lot of little streets and there's a lot of little alleys. So it's a little hard to find, but we got it. And we're gonna eat it. Let's go try this version of bánh mì chảo. Chào cô.
Đến ăn bánh mì chảo, mì trứng bê đê cũng đẹp mới là biết là cái trứng bê đê.
Anh câu tên là gì?
Cô Lệ bánh mì trứng bê đê. Còn thế giới chỉ có một mình cô Lệ bánh mì trứng bê đê thôi.
Bánh mì trứng bê đê.
Hỏi rồi hả ăn nha. Hỏi đi, nóng lắm. Nóng không?
Normally we would get a sign. I could describe the dishes and tell you all the letters, but she doesn't even have a sign at this stall. So bánh mì, which would be right here, is bread, and chảo means pan. This is completely obtrusive. I can't even work it. All right, let's go get it.
Tiên là mình bỏ cái trứng ốp la vô. Một trứng đánh.
Oh, that's cool. Wow.
Nước xiêu vô. Nước tương vô. Rồi mình đánh lên. Một cái trứng ốp la, một cái trứng đánh.
Wow.
Đây. Rồi nó thành cái trứng bê đê rồi nè. Đó mình bỏ cá vô. Còn cái này là xúc xích giòn nè. Cái này là xúc xích dẻo nè. Nó giống như cồi sò điệp hun thối vậy đó. Một miếng phô mai. Cho đầy đủ dinh dưỡng. Rồi hành tây. Chỉ có cách ăn nha. Mình lấy một miếng, chép phô mai vô. Cái này là xúc xích giòn, cái này là xúc xích dẻo, trứng. Rồi xong rồi mình mum. Hỏi nha, nóng nè, khói bay nè, nóng nè.
Dạ.
Hỏi rồi hả ăn nha. Hỏi đi, nóng lắm. Nóng không? Không môi không?
Ngon quá.
Ngon đúng không? Mình ăn như vậy đó.
Đây.
Ăn đúng cách như vậy nó mới ngon.
Ok, được.
Mình ăn luôn cái này.
Ăn luôn?
Ăn luôn. Chơi luôn, ăn thua mình nha. Chúc cưng ngon miệng nha.
Được, cảm ơn.
Chúc cưng.
So anyway, we're here for bánh mì chảo. Bánh mì chảo is not something I'm very familiar with. I've seen it, but I've never eaten it before. She has two different kinds of sausages on here, a crispy sausage and a chewy sausage, which was really good. And then I said it was really good, and she put another handful on there. And then she brought a secondary plate of more sausage. And the other one is chewy, so it's the same kind of sausage, but just cooked for less time. They're both really good. The canned fish that we didn't get to try at the Balnea spot, a fried egg and a scrambled fried egg, cheese, onion, and then she has like salt and pepper. But the salt and pepper is red. And I asked her why it's red. And she said there's salted plum inside. And she said something about tomato and carrot.
Cái này là muối tiêu.
Muối tiêu. Tại sao đỏ?
Tại vì nó có xí mùi nên nó đỏ.
Hiểu.
Nó có rau nữa. Cà rốt, cà chua bên đây bây giờ nữa.
Oh wow.
Nó nhiều rau trong đó cho nên nó có màu đỏ.
So I think I understood about 25% of that. Did I get all of that? Did I understand? Am I speaking Vietnamese now? Am I speaking?
I'm missing one thing that she said.
Yeah, it's got a lot of vegetable in it.
It's I thought it had no vegetable in it.
Hai vợ được.
Được.
Đó, hai vợ được để được.
And em muốn thêm con. Có ba con rồi. Nhưng em muốn thêm con.
Trời đất ơi, tự nhiên cái tính là liền luôn.
Có trẻ quá à. Tuổi rồi.
36 tuổi.
Trẻ ha, vậy nãy giờ nói thanh niên không á. 26 tuổi mà có vợ ba con rồi, mà hai
Đúng
vợ
rồi.
thì được.
Đúng rồi.
Vợ kia nó quýnh vợ là kia làm sao, quýnh không? Ở đâu, vợ bên bển này vợ ở đây.
Vợ ở đây. Vợ ở Sài Gòn.
À, vợ Việt Nam rồi đó.
Đúng rồi, đúng rồi. Bảo Lộc.
Bảo Lộc à? Nó cho vợ đi Mỹ luôn. Thôi, trai quá.
Không hiểu hết.
Where's your wife here, man?
Có rồi. Đi rồi.
À, đi rồi.
Đi rồi xong ở Mỹ mỗi năm rồi. Về Việt Nam một năm. Gia đình sống ở Việt Nam rất là cool.
Hai vợ được.
I'm just joking, honey. That's not true. I'm joking. I'm just joking. I'm just talking. Don't listen to that. But I'm just curious to try it. I've never seen it on the table. All right, let me try it. It is salty. It's not crazy salty. It's peppery. Oh, it's a little hot. I don't know if I taste any carrot. She put a lot on. I got worried, but no, it's totally fine in there. I love the way she cuts the bread. It's really cool. It makes it easy to eat. I've never seen anyone do it that way. Let's try this thing. Enough talking. I'm very curious. All right, good. The cheese is creamy. You got crunchy sausage, chewy sausage. There's a lot going on. It's a cool dish. That's really good. The crispy sausage is super cool. The contrast of the chewy and the crispy is really cool too. It's unique, and I have no idea what the sausage is. I've never seen it before. I kind of think this is awesome, but I just wish I had like a cucumber or a pickle or a salad like the other place did. I need something to go balance it with. I'm trying to think of how to translate in English. It's so funny. Gay eggs. Is that it, right? It's so funny too, because even though this dish is like banh mi chao, but not traditional, when you ask her, she calls it like banh mi chao bidet. Bidet is like gay. Someone who's gay, right? That's bidet. Gay, just straight up gay. Bidet is gay. So this is like gay eggs, which is in English, that's a hilarious translation. But I think that's kind of what it is. And then I asked her why she calls it gay eggs. Tại sao tên là bidet, bánh mì trứng bidet? Tại sao?
Là một cái trứng ốp la, một cái trứng đánh. Trứng ốp la là trứng men, trứng đánh là trứng gơ. Trứng ít giòn, trứng ít dẻo đó cũng là hai thứ. Còn cá hộp với phô mai là một cái bùi bùi, một cái béo béo. Đó cho nên gọi là bánh mì trứng bidet.
Cảm ơn cô nhiều. Because there's two different kinds of sausage, and one of the eggs is for the girl, and one of the eggs is for the boy. But why is that gay? And then she said it was creamy. All right, I understand that part. I get that part. I don't know. This is beyond my vocabulary. Maybe I'll come back in a few months and try to figure out why the hell this is called gay eggs. But it's pretty funny. I'll tell you what, I like gay eggs. Cô bạn ở đây bao lâu rồi?
Cô bán hồi lúc cô 15 tuổi.
15 tuổi.
Bây giờ cô 63 tuổi. Cô bán rất là nhiều năm.
Rất là nhiều.
Cô ngủ ở đây luôn, cô ăn ở đây luôn.
Ngủ rồi.
Bán đắt quá, không có về nhà được. Cho mấy dân lùn đứng cái đó vậy cái
This has been a fun day. Oh, she's a sweet lady. I love her. So that was two things back to back. I'm pretty darn full right now. And the rain never came. It was supposed to get cooler. It didn't. That banh mi chao is super good. Never had anything like it. I've also never had banh mi chao before. So I'm going to have to try a traditional version eventually. But not today. I'm full. Between bò nè, I always thought banh mi chao was basically just bò nè without the cow pan. So I never really wanted to get it because I just thought it was boring bò nè. But now I realize it's a different thing. Similar but different. So I'm excited to try more varieties and see what other styles there are. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like for me. If you want to learn about Vietnamese coffee, check this video out. We also just made a video about fish soups for breakfast in Vietnam. That's really cool too. Check this video out. I think that's it. Is that it? Mr. Tang said that's it. So see you later.